Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Kimmy D on the ones and twos. Not really on the ones and twos, but it just sounds right to say, what's up? Happy New Year. We are in 2023. Let's go. Listen, I had to come out today to Staples and I was like, well, I know I'm gonna have to sit in the car and wait for my things to get printed. So I said, I might as well record an episode of something. So this is the first episode of something. Wherever we go, that's where we will be. So I guess this is the first episode of KIMically Balanced. Welcome to KIMically Balanced. Listen, again, I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm just going to do what I believe I'm supposed to do. I believe I heard God correctly and with him saying to record me talking. Why would people want to hear me talk? I don't know, but we just gonna do what God said do. All right. So listen, we are in the very first week of 2023. And listen, y'all, the first couple days, no, I will say the second day of 2023, I don't know what was going on with me. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't here for it. And I believe that I was one of those people that I was like, okay, we're going to cross over into 2023. I got my instructions. I know what to do. Stuff will be different. I will feel different. I will feel a change, and boom. Your girl did not feel a change. And matter of fact, I didn't really want to talk to anybody. It was just one of those moments. And I was in my mind, I was like, Kim, come on now. Get yourself together. You had an amazing uptick in your entrepreneurial journey. I don't know if I said that. That probably sounded like I said that wrong, but we're going to keep on rolling. My entrepreneurial journey. December was a December to remember. I had my first 2 events as a entrepreneur, full-time entrepreneur. I had my first book signing. It went amazing. I could not have asked for a better moment in time for me. And then on that same night, I also had my very first, I called it Wicks Wine event, where I got together some people in a room and we had some food, we had some music, it was atmosphere, it was giving aroma, it was giving everything, it was giving eleganza. And I gave a step-by-step tutorial on how to create their own candle, their own aromatic experience. We had a whole experience, right? We had that room smelling amazing. You hear me? It was smelling amazing. And it was just a moment that I just wanted to stand and just take it all in and enjoy, because it was finally something that I accomplished, that I had an idea for, I had a vision of, and it came to pass. I was able to actually live it out and watch it come to pass. It still blows my mind to this day when I didn't take no pictures. My husband took my phone. Rightfully so. I'm glad he took my phone, because I kept leaving it everywhere anyway. But my husband took my phone, and I was just in the moment, and to be able to see everybody's pictures and to be able to receive testimonials from people that actually came in and experienced the experience, it warmed my heart, something I can't even tell you. And so now we're in 2023, and I have to stand on my own 2 feet and really dig deep into this journey of being a full-time entrepreneur. Side note with that, I officially left my job in November 11/11. Friday, November 11th was my last day. And I haven't looked back since. And it has not been easy. It has not been easy by far. It took me to a whole new level of faith I didn't know I had. But I'm glad that God pushed me out of the nest so I can trust him the way that I'm trusting him now. Because boy, I tell you, God had your girl out here doing some stuff. And I'm like, yo, this don't make sense at all. What are we doing? Like, you know what you got me doing? Because this don't make sense. And people gonna think I'm crazy. But he had me just up. And I have to say, I started my entrepreneurial journey, my full-time entrepreneurial journey in the negative. I just want to put that out there. I started off in the negative. I had to make that really clear, because how that happened? I'm already starting off negative, and then I got to quit my job on top of that. How does that make sense, God? Like, what's up? What's going on? You got your girl out here doing some wild things, but your girl did it nevertheless, because I'm gonna be obedient. I'm not trying to get caught out here slipping. It ain't cute to not do what God tell you to do, especially when it's not only beneficial to you, but it's tied to other people and other people's lives and other people's freedom. And I told God a while ago, like, listen, if I'm the person that gotta go, I'm the person that got to sacrifice to do the things that you want me to do so I can see change. And not only that I can see change, but my family can see change, and other people that I don't even know can see change. Then I'm going to have to chuck that up and take that and go ahead and do it, because I don't want to live the life that I've been living all these 30 something years. And I don't want to continue on in a cycle that I've seen a lot of my family members go through. This got to switch. It's got to be a switch up. So what we doing? And so I gave God my yes. I told God yes. And it hasn't been one yes. It had some days it's like, oh, okay. I got to give you another yes. I got to give you another yes today. Sometimes it's been daily yeses. And I'm like, dang, I gave God my yes. All right, I got to yield to my yes. It's one thing to give a yes, but then you also have to yield to a yes, right? It's levels to this thing, but you got to be committed wholeheartedly. So 2023 crossed over, thought stuff will feel different. Your girl been struggling, and but I've been struggling well, and I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. I've been struggling well, and what I mean by that is that though it's been a struggle, though it's been an uphill battle, though I've been fighting through my own emotions. I've been fighting through what some of other people have to say about what it is that I'm doing. Fighting through everything that I've known, I've grown up to know and understand. I'm fighting through, and I've been determined, and I prayed to God. I said, look, God, I don't want to lose my joy in this process. I can't be the one that does that, because there's two sides to being an entrepreneur that we hear about. We hear about people out here on Instagram or socials or what have you, and they be like, oh, well, being an entrepreneur is amazing, and off the jump I quit my job and I made $1 million. I'm exaggerating. I made $1 million off bat, and I'm making $1 million off Amazon. Quit your job right now, and I can show you how to make $1 million, and you can work for yourself, and da 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 da. And then the other side of it is being an entrepreneur is trash. I don't recommend. I'm actually about to stop being an entrepreneur and go back into the workforce, because I'm not making any money. I'm not doing the things that I thought I was going to do. And both of those extremes can very well be true. And I know the second option is very real for some people. And then the $1 million status, that could be real for some people too. But you don't know what people's journeys is. Nevertheless, I told God, I said, listen, I don't want to be out here being miserable. I can't afford to be out here being miserable. In the last 3 years, I've dealt with enough craziness. I've dealt with enough loss. I've dealt with enough heartache. I've dealt with enough heaviness. I've dealt with enough crying. God, I don't want to cry anymore. I don't want to be in this space where I'm just feel like I'm just a blob, not really knowing what's going on, but trying to press through, trying to keep everybody else uplifted while myself is suffering. I don't want to do that anymore. I can't afford to do that to myself anymore. I don't want to be isolated within myself. And so I said, God, I'm determined to be that one person to display, even though it's hard, I still have my joy. I still have my superpower, which is the joy of the Lord is my strength. I'm still going to laugh. I'm still going to have a good time. And you probably wouldn't even believe how the day went, or how the plans that I had went left and didn't go right, or how accounts are in the negative, what have you. I can't afford to do that, God. So please don't let me fall in that way. Now, don't get me wrong when I say it's been some days where I'm like, I don't have it for nobody, and I'm gonna keep what I got for myself. But for the majority of the time, because it's just not realistic, right? We have days, we have moments, we have times where I just need to cry. I need to get in the shower and I need to cry it out. But I don't want to let those bad days dictate how I operate on my day-to-day life. If something going wrong, I don't want that to shut down my whole day, shut down my whole attitude, shut down everything I got going on because I had a bad moment. It's a moment. This too shall pass. It's just a moment. I can't sit in that moment. And so I made an agreement with God. I said, look, you look out for me. I'm your girl, and I believe I'm God's favorite. I'm one of God's favorites. So there that is. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm one of God's favorites. You look out for your girl. I got you. I'm going to keep giving you my yes. And he's been looking out for your girl, and it has not been without challenges. God had, listen, your boy had me, listen, let's just be real. Your boy had me out here, newly quit my job, stepping out on faith, doing the things. And one of the things he had me do was, he was like, all right, daughter, I love you. You trust me. I'm with you. You with me. I need you to stop and take what you have, figure it out, and I need you to go to South Carolina. What? Excuse me? Who are you talking to? You talking to me? You're talking to Kim? You talking to your daughter? You talking to the Joy Chemist? You talking to your daughter you call the Joy Chemist? That's who you talking to? You sure you ain't got the wrong number? Maybe your message got missent to the wrong person. Did you send this email to the wrong person? Me? Child, he said, yes, I need you to go. I'm like, bruh, okay. And this is real deal conversations we ain't gotta be having. Bruh, you know what's going on. Why? You gonna have me go to a whole nother state? That mean I gotta get on a plane and I gotta figure out how to get on this plane. Listen, when I tell you I had enough money in my account to buy that plane ticket, and then he allowed me to sell something to where I had $100 to go to South Carolina. Mind you, now me and my sister went. And we did not have a place to stay on that last night for this event he wanted us to go to before we had to come back home. We did not have a place to stay. When I tell you everything was orchestrated perfectly, and what we got when we went to South Carolina was beyond amazing, life-changing, and to the point where it was so orchestrated where we were able to get a free night stay at a hotel, a decent hotel. It was a decent hotel. A free night stay, completely free, no tax fees or anything, completely free. And he made sure that we were covered. He made sure we were straight. So, because I gave God my yes, and I said, okay, nevertheless, we going. Anyhow, we gonna press our way, we gonna go. He made sure we were straight. And so, listen, and when I tell you we ate Waffle House a couple nights, hey, Waffle House, and we live up north, so we don't have Waffle House up here. So when we go down south, we got that Waffle House, and we got it a couple nights because it's a cheap meal, but it'll last a couple nights. Listen, we enjoyed our Waffle House, okay? Because them hash browns always be on point. You can't tell me nothing. You cannot tell me anything about Waffle House hash browns not being on point. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Period. That's period. So when you give God your yes, you have to expect anything. So cut to, I keep going back to go forward. So cut to 2023, January 2nd. I'm like, yo, I ain't got it. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to have, but I ain't got it today. And when I tell you, I just kept going back and forth, laying down, getting rest, because that's the only thing I could do. I think I went to bed and took 3 naps that day. And like I said, I just didn't have it. And I don't know, I guess I want to speak to the fact of us thinking that just because a new year has begun, or just because we believe that if we up and move to another state, or just because we up and move from one apartment complex to the next, or we move from one home to the next, does not mean that everything will be solved simply by moving that one place. You still have to take care of business. You still have to do a mental check within yourself to make sure everything that you've been carrying, everything that you've been dealing with has been checked. And the next day after that day, so January 3rd, after praying, after journaling, because journaling is a lifeline. If you are not out here journaling, I highly suggest that you do that. It is a lifesaver. It has saved my mind numerous times. I'm a creative, so I always got ideas, boom, 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 back to back to back, always going on. And for me, I have to journal to make space for new things to come about. I have to make space for God to drop new ideas on me, because I always have ideas going on, and a lot of times the ideas aren't even for myself. It's a lot of things God gives me for other people, but I have to make room to receive that. And so after processing with God and then journaling and everything, I had a revelation. I came to the realization that I was still dealing with some disappointment from 2022. I was still dealing with some disappointment from 2022. And I hadn't checked it before we moved into 2023. And so what did it do? It got me. It had your girl down. And I was sitting here like, yo, I done did so much. I done came a long way in 3 months. I done came a long way since I quit my job. What is it? Why am I feeling like this? Because I still had disappointments from 2022. 2022 was rough. It was great, but it was rough at the same time. Myself and my husband, we went through a lot of transition last year. A lot of transition. And maybe it wasn't transition as far as moving physically, but mental transition, we went through a lot. Now, it brought us so much closer together, and I'm so grateful. Though it sucked and it was whack, a lot of things sucked and a lot of things was whack, it brought us closer together. And we are, man, when I tell you we are more down for each other than ever before, we are more in love than we were ever before. And it's just amazing to be able to say that I went through something with this one person, and to be able to be a testament to, like, look, remember how we were last January compared to now? Yo, we did that, and we did that together. It's amazing to be able to go through something and for somebody to be there with you every step of the way and have your back, and to be able to bounce things off of. And when you get to the other side, you can turn around and laugh and be like, yo, we really went through that. We had to deal with that. That's crazy. But we made it. God carried us through, right? And so I still had some disappointment sitting from last year. And so I didn't address it. So I finally addressed it, and I started to feel better. And I was like, okay, I addressed it. I gave it 24 hours. We not about to sit in this. We about to get up and move, and we about to do something about it. And this year has to be different than last year. It absolutely has to be. And I declared that. I declared that this year, 2023, will be better than 2022. We will have better experiences. My business will be better. Our marriage will be better. Our hearts will be better. Our mindset will be better. Our language will be better. Everything must and will and shall be better. We don't have a choice. Because like I said before, everything that we're doing, not just me individually, but even me being a married woman to my husband, everything that we do matters. Not just for us, not just for our family, but other people that are tied to us that we haven't even met yet. It all matters. And so we are determined to do something different. We are determined to shake things up. We are determined to break the cycle. But we have to make sure all bases are covered and all things are checked. So I guess I'm saying, before we move on and try to go in, I'm going to just switch this up. I'm going to just change this up. I'm going to change my hair. I'm going to change my clothes. I'm going to change my car. I'm going to change my place of residence. I'm going to change my job. Make sure your heart and your mind is straight before you try to change something on the outside, thinking it's going to change something on the inside. You got to check your heart first. You got to check your mind first. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you feeling well? Are you tired? Are you on the brink of burnout? Have you checked in with yourself? Do you need to go talk to a therapist? Do you need to go talk to a life coach? Do you need to go talk to somebody? Do you need to go talk to your pastor? Whoever you need to talk to. And I do recommend, I am one that prays and goes to therapy. So while you praying, are you going to therapy as well? Therapy works. I'm a living witness. I will tell you all that. I will tell you that all up and down. And I'm a person that went to school for psychology and psychiatry and was hesitant to go to therapy. That's wild. That's crazy. Who does that? I was tripping. I know better now. And I used to do therapy groups. That's another talk for another day. I used to do therapy groups, and your girl was still tripping about going to therapy. No, go to therapy. I recommend. And if you go to a therapist and you're not sure about that person, go to another one until you get with somebody comfortable. Don't let nobody pressure you into sticking it out because of whatever. You have to go to somebody that you are comfortable with. But I need to make sure that we are getting ourselves clear on the inside before we try to switch up. Before you try to change your boyfriend. Let me go out and date somebody else. Check in with you first, sis. Bruh, before you try to go chase after another girl, check in with you first. Are you good? Are you good? Let's get to the root of why the relationship ain't working. What's really going on? How's your mindset? How do you talk to yourself every day when you look in the mirror? How do you talk to your people? How do you talk to your family? How do you talk to your boys? How do you talk to your girls? We got to check in with us. We can't just be doing this superficial stuff. We got to get to the root of stuff. Like, we can't keep playing. We cannot keep playing. We cannot keep covering it up. Listen, I'm going to say it because I can. This is my record, so I'm going to say it. You can't keep taking artificial ways to make you forget about your problems. You can't keep drinking coffee. I know we got Starbucks people out here. I'm a Starbucks fan myself. But you can't keep eating and drinking to cover up your feelings. You can't keep drinking alcohol to cover up your feelings. Smoking weed, I don't care if it's legal or not. It alters your mindset. Therefore, let's deal with the issues before you try to alter yourself to forget about what's going on with you. Why do you have anxiety? Let's try to get to the root of it. What makes you anxious? What are your triggers? And if you know you're anxious or you have anxiety and you know your triggers, I pray that you are going to talk to somebody so you can get that stuff out of you. Don't hold it in. Please don't hold it in. And I know it's not easy. Trust me, from somebody that self-isolated and that had depressing moments. It's not easy. It's not easy to talk to somebody because you be like, look, I be sitting here trying to talk to people and people don't be listening. That's my story. I used to try to talk to people and ain't nobody staying to me. Ain't nobody checking for me. I got blowed off. Just blew me off. So I get it. But we can't afford to try to do life alone anymore. We got to get connected, get reconnected, and get reconnected with yourself. Get reconnected with your creator. My creator is God. That's who I'm riding for. That's who I'm rocking with. God and Jesus is my crew. And get connected with other people so people can actually check in on you. Allow people to check in on you. Even if it's a quick 5 minutes. Hey, what's up? Just checking in, see how you doing. Allow people to do that for you. I know it's hard. We coming out of a pandemic where we all were secluded and locked up in our houses. And, we done got used to being on Zoom and being on calls and stuff like that. But we got to get back to being connected with other people. And not be stuck behind a text message or a post. But get connected with you. Check in with yourself. Make sure you good. How's your heart? How's your mind? So you can ride out the rest of the year and not have a moment like I did where I just felt stuck and I just wanted to keep crawling back into bed. Because that's not a way to live. That is not. And for me, one of my most favorite things is to laugh. So if I'm legit not in the mood, because even if I'm in a frustrated moment, let me go find something I can laugh at so I can lift this off my heart and my shoulders. And then I can get to the root of what just happened. But I was not in the mood to laugh that day. I wasn't feeling it. So don't let yourself get caught up in that. Check in with yourself. Make sure you cover all your bases. What's really going on. Journal. I cannot stress that enough. I'm going to have to create my own journal. I think I'm going to create my own journal because I'm such an advocate for it. I really think everybody should journal. You don't know what will come out once you journal. And if you're somebody that wants to journal and maybe don't know how to journal, look, start by take out 5 minutes and start writing a grocery list or start writing a to-do list of what you need to do around your house and just let it flow. And then go from there, start writing your emotions and how you feel. You will be surprised what comes out. Once all you need to do is start writing. You'll be surprised. So I think I'm done. I think that's what I needed to get off my heart today. That was interesting, and I think I've been talking for a nice little minute. Okay, well, let's see what happens next time we do this. Well, listen, this is the first episode, I guess. So I'm gonna keep rocking with it and see what happens. We might put a little music to this, put a little tune to it, see what we got going on here. But that's it, man. Listen, I guess I don't know how to do this. This is my first time doing this and first time doing this by myself. So I guess, listen, if you want to learn more, follow me on Instagram at Pure Chemistry, PureKimistry. Or you can also follow me on Instagram at The Joy Chemist. That's TheeK. Ooh, I can't spell. Nope, it's TheeJoykimist. That's also on Instagram. You can also follow me on Pure Chemistry on Facebook. It's Pure Space Chemistry. Follow my YouTube. My YouTube is Pure Chemistry as well. Or you can also head over to my website at www.purechemistry.com. I am a business owner. I am a candle company. I am Kim. Again, my name is Kim, aka the Joy Chemist, also known as the Chief Aroma Chemist and the CEO of Pure Chemistry. Listen, my company, Pure Chemistry, we are the missing element to your aromatic experience. Get with me. I am building things. And again, because I'm walking on faith, God has me building backwards. So if you go to my website and you don't see candles yet, they coming. I'm doing what God told me to do. I'm being obedient. So if you don't see them yet, that's all right. But I still got some other stuff. I have a book. I'm an author as well. Check out my first book, Reaction of Grace, Journey to My Butterfly Exodus. That is on my website. You can grab that. You can also get my book on Amazon.com. Just search Reaction of Grace. It should pop up for you. And the cover it looks like the sky and it has butterflies. And we're going to have another conversation about butterflies another day. But look, if you made it to this point, I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me. I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. And look, you have been chemically balanced for your day. Boom. Boom, pat. And hopefully my stuff is done here at Staples. So let me go in here and check. All right. I love y'all. Bye.